This month, over inside my membership, Follow Your Fire, we have a theme. We have a theme each month, and this time we're focusing on anxious attachment, advanced anxious attachment, people who already have that awareness and now are really trying to embody it and change their life, change their relationship with themselves and with others. And today, what I wanted to do is I wanted to share three really common challenges that I see when it comes to having and living with an anxious attachment or anxious strategies. One, to help you to feel less alone. Two, because recognizing this is going to help you to have some ideas of your next move so that you can free yourself from these challenges. And three, because I really hope that seeing this and hearing this lets you know that in the community that I have here on YouTube, over in Follow Your Fire, as a community, we're healing from this. And as a community, we're sharing with each other that we get this, because a lot of the time, and maybe this is another challenge, as a bonus challenge, a lot of the time it can feel like you're very much on your own and people don't get you and people don't understand these three challenges that I'm about to share. So they're not in your head. It's not just you. It is this challenging when you have an anxious attachment, but you're not stuck here. We do not have to stay here. It doesn't have to be really, really heavy. We can work together to help you to move towards being more secure. But yeah, let me start by sharing the first challenge. Firstly, I wanted to touch on how painful it is. It's probably fair to say that an anxious attachment creates the most immediate pain, like perhaps compared to secure and avoidant strategies. Not to say that there is no pain there, not saying that at all, but in terms of that immediate, intense, out of control pain, that is what someone with an anxious attachment can really experience, sometimes to the point of physical pain. People describe feeling physical pain when they're going through heartbreak, or they're perceiving rejection, or they're feeling really lonely, whatever it is that's happening for you in that triggered moment. So number one, challenge is just how painful it can feel. Just before I give you the next challenge, I just want to take a moment, as I always do on my videos, and just ask, if you don't mind, if you could subscribe to this channel and or like this video, leave a comment if that feels like something you're able to do, because there's people just like you and me that also relate to these challenges that I'm talking about, and they can't find this community unless YouTube shows them that this video exists, that we exist. And I know that liking and subscribing can help them to find us. So yeah, that's my request, if you wouldn't mind subscribing and liking this video. Secondly, is how difficult you can find it to self-soothe. I hope sharing this one with you lets you know that you're not broken. It's not impossible. People with anxious attachment really do struggle to soothe themselves in the moment, to attach to that logical sense. The emotion hijacks you, and you find yourself repeating patterns that previously you promised yourself you wasn't going to do, or you've now got this toolbox of self-soothing tools which do exist for you, but calling on them in the moment can feel near impossible. In these moments, you're so merged with your feelings and your beliefs and this experience, it can seem impossible to get out of it. It's not, it does always pass. There are things that you can do to prevent yourself going into that state or to come back sooner. And this is the other part that I just want to mention. Sometimes with anxious attachment in particular, and I hear this a lot on discovery calls with my clients, is their belief in those early stages that maybe this is not possible for you. I used to think that I was broken and it just doesn't work for me. It's very normal, not easy, but we can normalize that it's true that you might believe and doubt your ability to self-soothe. And that can be really frightening because it makes you feel like you're stuck here in this anxiety. It's not the case. It's not the case. And like I say, over inside the membership, we will support you through that feeling. But also there's lots and lots of resources in there. third challenge, and again, that I hope makes you feel like, okay, that's why I am repeating these same patterns, not to keep you there, still to help empower you, but it's just useful to know so that you're not beating yourself up. There is less awareness and more tolerance. So less awareness and a higher tolerance of unavailable behaviors and signs. So if you're not someone who's really had it modeled to you, someone who's available and meets your needs, and there are boundaries for you, then your awareness of what to look for can be different. And so there's more distortions, and your tolerance for the feelings, the anxiety can be higher. And you may even find that it's normal to you, that anxiety. And that's why often with anxious attachment, you can end up thinking that that is love, because it's a feeling that you're familiar with. So you tolerate it, you put up with it. There isn't this inner knowing of, this is poor treatment and I deserve more than this. It's more, yeah, this is love. This is how I know love to be. And that's why some of the work that I do with my clients so often is, if it suits them, if that's where they're at in their journey and presenting with this, we will literally look at their version and their idea of love and then rewrite love, how that looks for them, how it feels for them, so that they can become more aware and less tolerant of those unavailable behaviors and signs. So tell me, which of those stands out to you? And what inner knowing do you have right now to make a change or to make a shift, or is a next baby step for you? I'd love to know that. I hope that's been useful. If you do want to go deeper, I remind you of the membership Follow Your Fire, and also there's an option to work with me one-to-one as well. Do not forget, you're enough, you're lovable, you are so, so worthy, and you're irreplaceable.